Okay, happy Mother's Day. Gonna give this one final shot. It's only been the sixth or seventh time. Uh, Looking for the best steak and cheese in Daytona, period, point blank. Happy Mother's Day 2020. Um, it's not the main one that I want to do. We'll get to that. But, just curious. We've all lived here most of our lives. Maybe you got a spot that nobody's ever heard of. But just in my experience, kind of some of the ones I wanted to go over. Um, Gonna start off with the unicorn place that's no longer in business. Always had a great sub, great meat, never shy on the cheese. Always came out the same. Um, it's gonna be Astro Subs at a place down in Port Orange, right there by Herbert Street, Nova, also Bevel and Nova. Again, never been to Philly. Don't bust my balls. Never had the cheese whiz gig. Greater Daytona we're talking about. So that's going to be the only nine I can speak of. Period, point blank. Out of business. Been out for about 15 years. But when they were in it, they were in it. Like I said, that's the unicorn. I'm going to go across the street over there to Southturn Bar and Grill. Known for their grilled wings. Definitely a staple. Steak and cheese, though, not well known. Don't know why. Doesn't get a lot of praise. Good meat. Not going to get a huge roll, but what I used to do every Friday, practically. Do me a little A1, do me a little jalapenos, maybe even extra little meat, only because I had a roommate that worked there. But it's gonna be my eight and a half. I'll do that much. Gonna scroll down to the next one. Famous Phillies, well known for the gutbuster style. Decent meat slices. Obviously, it's like I said, gutbuster flavors there. A little overhyped, not gonna lie. It is what it is. Hey, you get the people out there. But just makes you wonder what kind of people are eating. Is this your family, Jimmy, John, and Jack, and Billy sort of family, or are these people who know some taste buds? Again, no knock to Famous Phillies, but could have scoped down there from there to Alberto's. Had a place, New Smyrna, still there, I think. New place in Port Orange, good job, killing it, helping out with the coronavirus, feeding families and stuff. Been a couple of years, but I can vouch. You're looking at a steady 7.5. A little on the medium size slice, but never had any issues. From what I hear, like I said, it's been a couple of years for me, but from what I hear, it's pretty darn good. Get a decent amount of reviews. Go with an 8 for that one. Gonna scroll down to somebody again. New ownership, still in business, not the reputation they used to have. Ex-employee, a little biased, but back when it was Christos running it, you're gonna get yourself a steak and cheese, a good 8. Maybe 8.5, depending on who was cooking it. Crystal's no longer there. Shout out to Crystal. She was doing the pies as well. I think Gary's still there, but whoever else is working when he's not there, someone's not doing the pies right. The reviews aren't there. Same meat. Like I said, on their best day, used to be great. Now you're looking at like a C plus. Gonna scroll down Fodiato's family tree over to Corleone's, right by the world's most famous sign. Kids killing it. Euro style Euros. I mean, straight off the cut. As a witness, only place in town that I know of. Maybe a couple others, but great reviews. The steak and cheese is great. Doesn't matter who's cooking it. Great quality style. He's always switching up the style for better quality. So like I said, doesn't matter who's cooking it. Do 8.5, steady 8. Again, scrolling down there, gonna go to some of the franchisees real quick, get them out of the way. Firehouse once in a while, not as much as I used to 10, 15 years ago. Um, Great bread, love the bread. Always a little too much of the mayonnaise cheese. I know I'm not the only one. Um, so it's either kind of less mayo or whatever the normal is. You're going to get a 6 out of there. Not bad a couple times a year, but not as much as I used to. Ale House, you're going to get a hit or miss. Again, ex-employee. Depends on who's cooking it. Their best cook. You might have put out a 7.5 once in a while. Normally, you're looking at like a 6. Scroll down from Ale House to Outback. Kind of the same gig. Yeah, it's ribeye meat. But if it's not cooked right, and if it's overcooked especially, it's not going to be fun. What I do for Outback, give like a 7. Not bad. I don't know. I guess you just got to be in the mood for it. I'm gonna scroll back up to Florida Tradition Sublix. Everybody craves a Boar's Head sub, 12-inch. Let's do it up. Everything on it, just not dry onions. Of course, get those sautéed. Otherwise, got to be really the person who's cooking it. They gotta know what they're doing. It can't be cook the meat, then throw the mushrooms on, then hope the cheese melts. You all know you had that sub before. If it's done right, you're gonna get a 7.5 steady, maybe a good 8. Okay. Place kind of off the beaten path. It's gonna be by Granada and Nova Sandwich Shop. They got a one-time price. I think it's like $7, $8. You're gonna get, a pretty decent amount of. It's not steak, roast beef. Ask them for the au jus. They'll act like they don't have it. Sometimes they will. Sometimes they won't. But this is gonna be your paper bag kind of sub. Nice day in the summer, wintertime. It'll fill you up. Gonna scroll down to again a lot of praise, not much, a lot of bark, not much bite. That's Molly Hatchet. First time, second time, there won't be a third time. I don't know what it is. It's got that thin meat. It's not holding the juice. It's not holding the flavor. Really, you're getting like a steady 6. Maybe a good 7. I'm not even gonna say 7.5. I'm not impressed with all the overhype. Same with the tap room. Actually, went there on a gift certificate for a questionnaire I won off the radio. Had like $50-$60. Went ahead and said, let's do the steak and cheese. Wasn't blown out of my mind. For what it ran, definitely not what I was expecting. Maybe it was just me. You might get a 7.5 there one day. Same with Hooligans, always shy on the meat. A lot of the reviews say the same thing. Basically, maybe on their best day, if they had a little meat, you might get a 7.5. We're not going to go to Subway. We're not going to Hooters. Land Shark, I can't speak of. Heard of good things. I don't even have it on here, but maybe a Charlie Horse. Actually going to go down all the way to New Smyrna real quick. Go on the upswing to a place called Big Joe's over on Canal Street. Awesome meat, awesome flavor. Mom and pop shop. Basically $7-8 I think it was, and that's going to be kind of in between your sandwich shop size and your famous Philly flavor, if that makes any sense how to compare that one. But awesome, good thing to fill up on. Larry's Giant Subs, again, you're getting a crap load of bread. Double meat even, you're going to be hungry 2 hours. I'm not 160 pounds anymore, so got to fill me up for $8.99. Other than that, I think I got them all. Like I said, you got your places in the beginning. You got your mom and pop shops. Really, it's the mom and pop shops that have the meats that they're getting through the certain vendors and putting their touch on it. But again, I think I went through everybody. Molly Hatchet, Tap Room, Outback Hooligans, Larry's Giant Subs, Jersey Mike's. We're not even going to mention the, Jimmy John's or Subway. I mean, again, it's still all the same aspect. But here's what I came back with. I'm going to get this thing shut down. Okay, do my top 5. Here's what I got. I got Sandwich Shop over on Nova Road at my 5. For the money, for the amount of meat, for the flavor, yeah, it's not a traditional steak, but again, as long as it's juicy and not dry, maybe add a little mayo. Killer sub, definitely recommend it. Gonna jump up again, same size, different flavor. Famous Phillies, bring a couple buds with you, grab a beer. It's gonna be a gut buster. You'll be done for the day. Definitely won't shy on size. Move up to 3, and again, I'm might be a little biased with the family tradition, but I got Corleone's. Again, if it's cooked right, done the right way, you'd be amazed. That's one of the places where you scratch your head and say, what the hell am I eating? Because nobody's made it like this before. When you don't expect it, again, that's the thing about these mom and pop shops. When you don't expect it, you're going to be coming back. 2, I'm going to go down to New Smyrna, down to Big Joe's. That was the one off Canal Street. I guess been there for up to 30 years. Definitely a great spot. If you got a crew, tree crew, construction crew, whatever it is, or just want to grab a killer sub, I got that as my number 2. Leaves it up to the same old, 2006. Southern, same sub. Definite flavor. Do a little bit of jalapeno. Do a little bit of A1. Might even do a little bit of double meat. I hate to say, but besides for Astros, best Philly steak and cheese in Greater Daytona. So let me know what you think. Let me know who I left out. I know I left out somebody. Help me out. Tell me I'm wrong. Let's figure, hear those opinions. But again, I got Sandwich Shop at 5, Famous Phillies at 4, Corleone's at 3, Big Joe's and New Smyrna at 2, South Turn at 1. DZ, I'm over and out.